Once a lively and cheerful place, the village had been abandoned years ago. No one knew exactly what had happened, but one night, all the villagers disappeared without a trace. Over time, the village became forgotten, and the people of the nearby town whispered about the terrifying secrets it held. But Jem, always the believer that everything had an explanation, decided to venture out one night under the faint light of a full moon. Jem arrived at the village entrance. The houses in the village were mostly crumbled, their stone walls fading into a dull blue-gray. The sky was strangely cloudy, and the wind had died down. As Jem cautiously walked along the old stone path, he felt an unsettling silence. The quiet seemed wrong, as if something was off. As the night wore on, the air grew colder. A biting chill began to spread. Creep Jem made his way toward the largest building in the village, the old schoolhouse. Inside, it was pitch dark, and strange symbols adorned the walls. The symbols twisted and writhed as if they were shadows coming to life. Jem took another step, and then, out of nowhere, he heard a whisper. "Leave." The whispers came from multiple sources, as if many voices were speaking in unison. Jem's eyes widened, his heart raced. There was something familiar about the language, yet so foreign that it sent a shiver down his spine. The whispers grew louder, one after another. It was then that Jem decided to enter the building. As he pushed open the door, it creaked loudly, and he stepped into the cold, dark silence. Suddenly, his vision blurred. A cold wind swept over him, and a figure materialized from the shadows behind him. It was draped in a dark robe, its face obscured. Jem's heart pounded. The figure slowly. "Did you want to live in this village?" it asked. "Oh, where you see." The creature moved closer, its eyes glowing with a malevolent light. Jem staggered backward, but the wall was now at his back. He had nowhere to go. Panic set in as the figure got closer, its presence growing more suffocating. "Your presence is unwelcome here," the creature said, its voice rising in a chilling laugh. In a burst of fear, Jem dropped his flashlight and directed its light toward the creature with all his might. The beam cut through the darkness, illuminating the creature and the village. For a brief moment, the djinns screamed in agony and retreated, disappearing into the shadows. The whispers and the oppressive atmosphere faded. Leaving a heavy silence, Jem fled the village, running as fast as he could, not daring to look back. He managed to escape, but the experience haunted him. The whispers he had heard, and the terrifying presence of the djinns would. When he returned to the town, he went back to the village's location the next day. But when he arrived, there was nothing there. The land was barren, and everything seemed to have been erased. The townspeople insisted that the village never existed. Jem never learned whether the village had truly been there, or if it had been a figment of his imagination.